real quick, throw my 2 cents in there on the, gun control, being that I'm getting in a lot of debate concerning, Democrats, Republicans, gun control, all that nonsense, you know what I'm saying? So, it seems like, I find like, a lot of gun lovers and stuff, they don't want no type of gun control, they want to justify every act, guns don't kill people, people kill people, you know what I mean? But, you look at it at the end of the day, they would like to say, person sick, mentally ill, criminal, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got like, you got your regular violence where, a dispute between one person and another person where, where it really didn't matter what weapon they would have, they could have used a knife or bat or whatever to kill somebody. So yeah, that argument right there. But then you got the argument of these mass murders and stuff where you want to say that the person, wanting to do that, he could have still performed that act. I mean, that's just not true because, you look at mass murders, somebody with a gun, bat, knife, sword, or whatever, there's no way they would have been able to accomplish that with just a, with that form of weapon without a gun because he would have been way easier to take down, it's too much involved with having to try to, kill multiple people when using a weapon outside of a gun, And then, with the mental illness thing, these people never mentally ill until, they commit these acts, so that always tripped me out. And then you get these gun lovers, want to support the Second Amendment, throw the Second Amendment out on the table. And you really support the Second Amendment, then, by right, everybody should own a gun. Criminal too, So that ain't too much flying, That just ain't too much flying. So, so when you're talking about the Second Amendment, I think, when you talk about gun control, either everybody should have a gun or nobody, Like, that's just crazy. You do need gun control. You need restrictions, I feel like, when you buy a gun, the same, you should register for that gun. You should have a background check for the gun. Not only that, I feel like, you should have to, provide, a purpose for that gun. Like, if you a hunter, you should have guns that revolve around hunting, because half of these hunters, they got weapons that they can never even use for hunting, because as I understand hunting, when hunting season comes, you're only allowed to use a particular type of guns. So I don't understand why having other guns, Just the same thing as guns for safety. Somebody breaking your house, why you need a gun that shoots fucking 50 fucking shells and shit? You plan on missing that much? Go to the range. That's crazy. So, And what the fuck you need a gun in every drawer, behind every door, in every room? Come on, man, that's crazy, That's why, you get these little kids that got access to these guns, And, that's crazy. You say that, you teach them how to use it, and they know better than to mess with that gun, but you know how hot-tempered people is, especially little children, and especially teens when they get caught up in their feelings and shit like that, and that don't do nothing but make it worse. When they got access to these guns, So, if we're gonna have guns, we're gonna need some type of gun control. And we're gonna need some type of serious reform, So it's got to be something done, and like me personally, don't get me wrong, I'm for people having guns, but I'm for everybody having a gun because you committed a crime when you was 19 years old don't mean that you shouldn't be able to protect your family at 26 years old. So that don't, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know, you take it, leave it for what it is. Everybody got their, you know, how they feel about it. I feel that, but at the end of the day, even as somebody like, you know, that feel like people should have guns, I still feel like there need to be a reform.